So many buyers are actually waiting for the market to crash or having a massive correction in the market. However, the reality is the prices in Kenosha and across the U.S. are still rising. Why? Because supply and demand. If you don't have enough supply and you have an increase of demand, the supply will generate that increase of prices. So most people don't really fully understand that.
So why does Kenosha have such a low inventory right now compared to how many buyers there are? Well, you have to look back at the 2008 crisis that we had. Builders during the 2008 crisis, they just completely stopped building because it just didn't make financial sense for them. And they didn't really start building again until 2020, 2018, sometime in that area. And so they completely stopped building and they couldn't keep up with the demand of new housing in the area.
And not only the demand was decreased or increasing, however, the cost of materials started to skyrocket during this time. And then they were facing labor shortage. Who is going to help them buy it or help them build this house or houses? And so they were facing those little issues or detours or obstacles, I should say. And also the permits that they needed to pull. Builders are not just there just to build. Unfortunately, they have to go to the city and pull permits. That also comes with a cost. And what else do permits do in regards, or cities do with the permits, Chad?
Well, we know how slow the city is in issuing permits. You know, if you ever tried to build a fence in your own backyard, the city takes forever. They make you jump through a whole bunch of hoops just to build your own fence. Can you imagine building a whole house and trying to get permits for everything? You have to get permits for the electrical, for the plumbing, for the foundation. For literally everything that you build a house for, you need a permit. And you have to wait for everything for the city. And the city takes their sweet time.
So not only the builders and the increasing costs of everything, we are also looking at interest rates. Even though the interest rates are rising, the lack of supply is actually affecting the prices as well. So it all intertwined or interconnected.
It's all full circle.
Not really a full circle. It's more like Legos. They all build upon each other and connect to each other. So if you have an increased interest rate, they're going to have a lack of supply and demand, and therefore the prices are going to react as well.
So let's talk about demographics. So millennials are the biggest home buying group that we've ever seen in American history, and they're at the peak home buying age right now. Millennials are at the age bracket of 20 to like 45-ish range.
Not 20. That's
30.
30.
30 to 45-ish range, and they are all trying to buy homes right now. But the problem that we're seeing with millennials is a lot of them aren't wanting to buy homes. Some of them are still wanting to keep renting. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, rents keep skyrocketing. Our rent keeps going up year after year. And then all of a sudden they're wanting to buy a home. But guess what? They can't find a home because there's no inventory to buy.
So what we're seeing with the influx of millennials jumping into the home buying process is that it increases the demand. So a lot more buyers in the pool of the buyers in trying to find that one house, and then everyone find that same house over and over again. But we're also seeing people who are relocating from Illinois for the affordability and the lower taxes here in Wisconsin. And that also adds more people into the pool of people buying the same house. So you're seeing that demand increase.
Then you also add into that retirees that are looking to downsize, because we have baby boomers that are looking to downsize and retire now. You know, baby boomers used to be the biggest home buying group, but now they're starting to retire. They're looking to downsize their homes. So they're looking for those starter homes that millennials are looking to buy, or condos.
And not just baby boomers, also early empty nesters.
Yeah. So they're now fighting for starter homes and condos that, you know, first-time home buyers may be looking to buy. So we have these two generations now fighting against each other for the same types of homes.
It's not all about age.
So investors, Aalia, we see a lot of investors here in the Kenosha area. How are they affecting home buyers and home sellers in our area?
So investors and or hedge funds companies are buying these homes and they're flipping them for long-term rentals. So they're removing that house from that market for a family to move into, to rent out to people who actually just needs to rent, like a single person or a couple who just doesn't have the ability to afford a home just yet. So it kind of removes that supply even further from the market.
And we see a lot of that, don't we? We see a lot of big investors coming in here buying single family homes and removing it from the open market just so that they can hold on to it and rent it out long term. We see that becoming a bigger and bigger issue here in the Kenosha area.
Exactly. So then the supply keeps dwindling, and we're still seeing the increase of demand or the increased buyers. That pool is getting bigger, and it's not just a very baby pool. Now it's like an Olympus-sized pool of buyers trying to like fend for themselves and getting that one house. However, if the investors keep pulling these houses from the open market, we are going to see a huge competition driving up that price.
And what do you guys think? Do you think that that's fair to have these investors with these really deep pockets, almost unlimited funds, buying houses up left and right out from under first-time home buyers or even second-time home buyers?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's fair, or do you think that there should be some kind of regulation stopping that? I know that some states are trying to impose regulations stopping hedge funds and the bigger investors from doing that. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's wrong? Let us know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of factors that we see here in Kenosha is and making Kenosha a little bit more attractive. So that increase of buyer pool, remember that Olympic-sized pool of demand from buyers, because of Kenosha being like in the middle between Chicago and Milwaukee. So if you're working in Chicago or Milwaukee, you're seeing about 30 to 45 minutes both ways living in Kenosha. So that increases that demand pool. So those Illinois people escaping those property taxes coming into Kenosha because of the fact that they still are working in Illinois, but it's going to drown our pool further with the demand for those houses.
Basically, we're the perfect commuter city. Make more money in Illinois, but live cheaper here in Wisconsin. And we're also seeing local job growth here in the Kenosha racing area. We're seeing tons of apartment complexes all of a sudden go up, which means that we have lots of jobs coming in the area with the new Microsoft data center coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We have Uline building warehouses here, not factories, but warehouses. We have
Amazon as well.
Amazon is here. We have pharmaceutical companies adding more jobs in the area.
And not just those big time factories or distribution centers. We are also looking at local business or locally owned business. Franchises are dropping in. We have First Watch. We got a few new Starbucks and some apartment buildings, of course. Yes, apartment buildings are for renters, but they also provide job security for property management or front desk people as well.
Lawn care people, needing people to take care of the lawn, snow removal, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Aalia, let's talk straight for a minute. What are some of the harsh truths that our viewers need to hear from us?
So one of the harsh truths that we're seeing is that if you wait too long, it's going to cost you still, because we are still seeing prices steadily increasing every month. So waiting too long, you're still going to purchase at a high price, maybe even a higher price than it started at.
Yeah, every single month we see the analytics come out from our MLS, and our median home price keeps going up every single month. We have not seen it plateau yet. We haven't seen it go down since 2018, 2019, something like that, before COVID. And even if prices do happen to plateau, our interest rates, they're still pretty high. They've come down recently. They're at like 6.2% as of taping right now in mid-September. But higher rates plus lost equity means that buyers are paying more later. So higher interest rate plus higher prices that you're paying for homes means that you're just paying more for your home payment every single month.
So not only we're seeing it affect buyers in the buyer pool, we're also seeing if the sellers don't listen to their realtor or realtors, especially at our consultations, it can actually backfire on them as well, because if it increases those prices, it's going to shrink that buyer pool, so less people will see that your house and actually go forward. So thereby, you're going to shrink your options. So
And your house will stay on the market longer and longer, collect those days on market, and buyers will think that there's something wrong with your house and not put in a strong offer.
So if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the prices to drop, you are not alone. I hear this every week from people here in Kenosha. The good news is that there are smart ways to buy, sell, and even invest here in today's market. We help people like you every week navigating tough decisions every day.
So if you have questions about buying, selling, investing, or relocating here in the Kenosha Racine area, make sure that you call or text us at 262-331-1621, or check out one of the links down here in the description of the video. We're happy to help out anytime that you need us. We hope they have a fantastic rest of the day, and we can't wait to see you on the next video.
Crash or have a massive correction. But in reality, prices, princes, God damn it.
Had Prince's on mine.
Mm-hmm.
Recently announced that they're going to cut rates. We're probably going to see that demand for houses. Your little things are distracting me. Millennials are buying homes.
Dude, you're going circles. You're doing circles.
Okay, let me finish. Like, I was just getting my next point.
Market. So we hit. Like my brain just went like that circle in the middle of a word. And like my mouth couldn't cooperate. I was on a roll too.
You're doing really good. So what's their problem that they're having, Aalia?
They're